Our Project Grandma isn't the lightest girl in town. With a fat 555 cubic inch Edelbrock big block and a full 25.5 roll cage, she's got some extra weight that we can't get rid of. When it came time to plumb our race car with hose and fittings, we knew that we wanted a lightweight solution that would still pass NHRA safety inspection. That led us to Russell's new Pro Classic hose, a reasonably priced performance hose that features a super light, lightweight nylon outbraid that can handle almost every plumbing task on Grandma. And the best part? It's only a few more dollars than a standard braided line. Any performance plumbing project starts with good research and a good list. You'll need to start by measuring the length of hose you are going to need for your build. Whether you are using Pro Classic for your fuel system, transmission lines or oil cooler, you'll need to estimate the quantity in feet of hose you'll need. Make sure you provide a little leeway for bends around the chassis or suspension components. Then of course you'll need to know what size of hose you need. That all depends on your application and engine horsepower. Consult with your engine builder or Russell for recommendations. We selected a combination of -12 and -10 Pro Classic for our 555 fuel system. Although that's slightly larger than we needed, we wanted to prepare for future power increases. Once you have your fitting lengths, you'll need to make detailed notes about your fitting requirements. Trace your fuel system, starting all the way at the fuel cell with whether you need straight, 45 degree or 90 degree fittings. Make a detailed list of every bend and connection you'll need. One thing that you should definitely utilise is bulkhead fittings to go between areas like the floor of Grandma. Many racers cut a large hole and run the fuel line through. Not only does this look poor, but it makes removal and maintenance of the vehicle difficult. Use bulkhead fittings like this one here with 2 additional hose ends for a clean look and easy removal. Once we received all the Pro Classic in our order, we began the process of assembly. Starting at the back of the car and working forward, we began the process of assembling the hose and fittings. Cutting Pro Classic hose is simple and easy. You can do it with a nice pair of shears. Then install the hose end into a vise and install the hose. Apply some assembly lube and begin to thread in the fitting. Once you're done, make sure to blow out the assembly with solvent and then blow clean. Plumbing Grandma took about 1 entire day from start to finish, even including the fact that we had 2 entire fuel systems, one for the motor and one for the nitrous. Starting with the chiseled performance fuel cell, we ran the Pro Classic to the Edelbrock fuel pumps and then to a bulkhead in the trunk. Aeromotive uses an electroless nickel finish that they claim provides an indestructible coating. We can tell you that it makes a great looking piece that provides an extra insurance policy for protecting the rest of our fuel system from contaminants. It does so by passing the fuel through a 100 micron filter before the pump and a 10 micron filter after the pump. Both sets of filters, one set for the EFI side and the other for the nitrous system, are serviceable filter elements that will allow this system to be used throughout the life of our car. Working to stay away from the suspension and rear end, we ran the Pro Classic over the upper control arm cradle and into the side of the outer perimeter frame of the Malibu. We ran the length of the car and then up to the firewall. Finally, we had to assemble the engine side of the fuel system, slightly more complex due to the fuel injection engine we were using in our 555. Finally, we made sure to prime and test the fuel system before we fired up the 555 engine for the very first time. We'll leave you with that sweet sound, all made possible by a well thought out plumbing plan and Russell Pro Classic.